it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so grateful to be home. It's been such a long day, and it is tempting to kind of want to just like really quickly wash my face, slap on some skincare layers, and just kind of like, crash on the couch. But I actually really want to take the opportunity and take the time to slow down a little bit tonight. I really want to take the opportunity with my skincare routine to pamper myself, to nurture myself, to slow down, be a little bit more mindful, be a little bit more present in the moment, and get a little bit more in touch with myself. I really want to take the opportunity of my skincare to be some really deep self-care. And I want to give you a heads up, there's going to be some sponsored content in today's video from Lilysilk. Now you might be familiar with them. I have talked about them in the past. They are a high quality silk brand that I'm a big fan of because they're very accessible. I think their prices are incredibly fair and their products are of very good quality. I'm a big fan of their pillowcases. I've been sleeping on one for almost a year now, and like I love it so much, like I can't go back. And I have a new one right here. I'm going to talk a little bit more about their products further into the video, but if you are so ready to get chill or relaxed, slow down a little bit with me tonight and we can do some skincare self-care together, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. Okay, so I had to set the mood for tonight's routine, dim the lights a little bit, got the candle going. It's Paris Cafe from White Barn. It smells amazing in here. It smells like really warm, luscious cup of coffee. I absolutely love that warm, slightly spicy scent. This is perfect. And of course I had to slip into something a little bit more comfortable. I always like put on pajamas or like loungewear as soon as I get home because like this is how I'm most comfortable. And of course the pajama set is from Lilysilk. It's 100% silk and I am obsessed. Two reasons. Number one, this design, OMG. I love history and all things vintage. This is so like 1920s, 1930s vibes, and I am living for this. And the second reason I absolutely love this pajama set is because it's so cozy. It's the silk. Silk is wonderful for regulating like your body temperature. It's really good if you actually sleep hot. I've actually seen silk recommended for people who are going through hot flashes because it does allow the skin to breathe. It doesn't hold a lot of heat in. It allows for air circulation. And that's how I feel right now. I mean, even though it's long sleeves and long pants, I am super comfortable. I'm not getting like a little clammy or anything. I can feel the air circulating. It feels great. And I do sometimes sleep hot. So like this is perfect. And I mean, it's just like, I can't stop touching. And I have a new silk pillowcase from Lilysilk, which I'm actually really excited about because they have a king size. And I just got this king size pillow and I did not have a pillowcase to fit it. So this was like perfect timing. Now this new one, what's kind of interesting about this one is that it actually has no dyes in it. This beautiful golden color is a natural color that the silkworm produces. And just like the pajamas, it's cool. It's like temperature regulated. It doesn't get like super hot spots, which is great. Okay, let's get this skincare routine started because I have quite a few steps planned. And I'm just gonna go into the bathroom. I'm gonna meet you right in there and we're gonna do a double cleanse. Okay, before I do my double cleanse, I have these silk cocoons that I got in the health set from Lilysilk along with the eye mask and the face mask. And these are actually a nice treatment for blackheads for very, very gentle exfoliation. So in order to use these after washing my face, I do need to soak them in some warm water, which is what I'm going to do right now. All right, so oil cleanser to break down makeup and sunscreen. This is the Purito from Green Cleansing Oil. Now, part of my self-care tonight is to kind of get into this moment, be present. So much of the time we're doing stuff up here and just like running thoughts all the time, and we're not really present in the moment that is happening right in front of us, right? So because today's routine is all about being mindful and being in touch with yourself, the cleansing oil step is the most amazing way to start that off, because this is the moment where you can like get in tune with what you're doing. You're literally touching your face. You're giving yourself a massage. This is the perfect moment to like let everything that has been happening in your head, just let it go a little bit. Like, give yourself permission to let it go and really just focus on the physical action of massaging this oil into your face, really working it in, feeling every part of your face and being really present and mindful. And same goes for the cleansing step. I'm going to be using the Bioderma Sensibio gel, but I am going to be using both of these steps as a way to just get ready for this moment. So my silk cocoons have been soaking in warm water. I'm actually pretty excited because I've wanted to try silk cocoons for a while. It's actually a pretty big part of Asian beauty. And I guess all you do is kind of massage the cocoon. It's pretty good for like blackheads. So I'm going to kind of concentrate it on my T-zone area because that's where I tend to get blackheads. It offers light exfoliation for blackheads because of the little bit of the texture. Fancy massage on your skin too. They don't hurt. It just feels textured, but it doesn't feel rough or anything. They don't hurt, and softening them up in the water, I think, definitely helps. All done. I feel like this is the type of product you have to use multiple times to see benefits, but it was kind of fun. It was nice, a little bit extra for my skincare routine. I'm glad I got to try it. Okay, I'm getting a little bit dry, but I'm going to put some lip balm on. This is the Paula's Choice Hyaluronic Acid plus Peptide Lip Booster, and it's definitely a step up from like my Aquaphor, which is kind of like what I use all the time, but because tonight's routine is special, this really fit the bill. So speaking of special, this is the SK2 Treatment Essence, and this is a great way to kick off this routine. I love a good first essence that really kind of helps prep my skin for all the other skincare products. It offers a little bit of hydration, but really what this is it's a nice, beautiful fermented essence that actually helps to brighten the complexion. It really helps make your skin look really healthy and lit from within, and it helps the absorption of anything else that you put on top of it. I did have to put a pimple patch right here on my nose. I don't think anybody can see it, but like if it gets a little weird looking around my nose, that's why. Okay, next up, the hydration step, which is toner. This is the Make Preme Essence Toner. No stranger here, you know I absolutely love this toner. It really replenishes my skin. So I think like a lot of people, I'm tired. It's been a hard 17 plus months, almost 2 years, right? It really has been. And I have been feeling pretty burnt out lately. I talked a little bit about this on my podcast when I talked about like how the pandemic had affected me and how I had really kind of compartmentalized a lot of my experience with the pandemic, which is obviously still happening, but I guess we'll call it, part one, 2020 part one. I really compartmentalized a lot of my feelings and my experience of it. And now I'm really kind of unpacking that and really just trying to take better care of myself. You know what I'm saying? Self-care. Deep self-care, and it's kind of been a little bit like a learning lesson, a little bit of a journey for me recently, just trying to give myself permission to take care of myself, because I'm a bit of a workaholic. I obviously spend a lot of time on YouTube. You guys probably know how much time goes into making these videos, and I absolutely love it, but that doesn't mean that I can't slow down, right? So I've been just trying to figure out how to give myself that permission and really savor those moments where I do have some downtime, where I can relax, where I can take an extra, couple of minutes to be mindful in my skincare routine. So it's almost like I'm teaching myself and giving myself that permission. So for serum, it's going to be the Ordinary Buffet plus Copper Peptides. And the serum is blue, and that definitely brings me a little bit of joy. So this has like every anti-aging peptide in it, basically. I've been giving this one a really nice testing period. I'm still kind of gauging for results, but so far I've been enjoying it. Did you notice I did my nails? I have not done my nails in many, many years. I used to always have polish on my nails. And I just kind of fell out of the habit, and I did these like nail wraps. I got these at Target. They're the kind that you kind of like mold and press onto your nails, but there's like no dry time or anything. They're never wet. I like these because they last for a super long time. So I feel like when I'm like rubbing, I'm like looking at myself on my little like screen. Like I just love how my fingers look across my skin because they're all manicured right now, and I feel so fancy. Okay, next up, I'm going to do some eye gel. This is the Klairs Fundamental Eye Awakening Gel. Now, I wanted to do like under eye gels, like hydrogels, but I don't have any. Surprisingly, right? I don't have any. So I'm actually going to be using the Klairs eye gel, and then I'm going to be doing a mask. So I actually like the eye gel a lot when I'm doing masks. Sometimes I'll put it on before I do a sheet mask or anything that doesn't really cover my eyes. It's nice because you can get that little extra boost of hydration while you're masking. All right, I'm going to be doing the Charlotte Tilbury Cryo-Recovery mask. This is the mask, and I'm kind of excited and kind of scared. I've actually never used this before. Another first for tonight. But I got really interested in this mask because this is like a reusable item. You put this in your freezer for about 10 minutes, and this is like inspired by cryotherapy, you know, like where people like blast a bunch of cold air at themselves. But this is supposed to help make your skin like really lifted and firm. You know, in Mommy Dearest, I feel like Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest. Okay, it's cold, but it's not like extremely cold. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is there's these little like ow. There's these like little metal buttons that you're supposed to like press and kind of like they're like massage. They're kind of like little round balls that you massage on these pressure points as you relax. Oh, it actually feels kind of good. Oh, because I carry a lot of tension in my eyebrows, and that's exactly where these little oh. Hello. Oh, let me be honest with you, I didn't really expect to like this that much, but I really like it. I'm going to leave this on for about 10 minutes, and then I guess I'll meet you right back here as I continue to massage my face. Ooh. That's actually really refreshing. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, but it feels like really refreshing. I did leave a little mark on my nose because it's pretty tight on my nose. That should go away in just a little bit. But yeah, my skin feels like a little bit like maybe depuffed even, but it definitely feels like really refreshed and cooled. But for me, it was the massage balls that feels super good. I'm actually going to do a little bit more facial massage towards the end of the routine, but that was a good way to kick it off because I have a lot of tension right here. Since this is a pampering routine, I'm going to use another eye cream. This is the Benton Fermentation eye cream, and it's got this creamy texture, moisturizing texture, which is great to put right on top of the Klairs eye gel, which was very hydrating and plumping. And like I said, it's an extra routine, so this is not something I would do every single night, by the way. I think you've seen enough of my routines. I will tell you, I was really inspired by a recent conversation I had on my podcast with 50 Shades of Snail, iconic K-beauty blogger. Oh my god, you guys, like I was dying the whole time. This was like a dream come true to talk to Jude, and it was absolutely everything I hoped it would be, and actually so much more, because not only was it fun to connect with like a fellow K-beauty enthusiast, right, and somebody who's made a huge impact on my skincare journey. We talked about deep self-care, and we talked about how to link deeper self-care practices to skincare products. And this is something that I have done in the past, but I haven't done it recently. And so she kind of brought me back to my core a little bit just with her advice and her conversation. She described self-care as being like you being your own parent, and how you would nurture a child to help them kind of grow up and raise them into their best version of themselves, right? Every parent wants their child to be the best that they possibly can be. And so, you parent them in a way that allows them to develop into that better person, that good human being. Well, that's what self-care is with yourself. You have to parent yourself. And you have to make positive choices, not just things that feel good in the moment, but things that might benefit you in the long run to being that better version of yourself. And she explains it so much better on the podcast. If you haven't listened to it, please do check it out. It's one of my most favorite episodes that I've done so far. I've only done a handful. There's about 12 episodes, 13 episodes up right now, but it really is one of my favorite conversations, and it really touched me personally because I was like, yes, this is what I need to hear right now. And that's actually kind of the inspiration behind tonight too, is just kind of taking a little bit of extra steps tonight to do that nurturing, to do that pampering, because like I said at the beginning of the video, it'd be really easy for me to just slap on my skincare and just kind of crash on the couch. But I feel like what would be a little bit better for me right now is slowing down, taking my time, doing a little extra steps for my skin, of course, but also just getting a little bit better in touch with me rather than just crashing in front of a screen. Okay, so next up is what I call my barrier step. It's the step that I invented in between serum and moisturizer, and this is where I just jam-pack my routine with ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. I'm using the Paula's Choice Omega Plus Complex Serum tonight. I know you're probably like, where's the liquid gold? I have a bottle ready to be opened, but right now I just want to empty this Paula's Choice serum. It's a really good product. I don't want it to go to waste. So yeah, I'm just going to use about 2 pumps of that, and then I'm going to put in about 3 drops of the Good Molecules Ultra Hydrating Oil. This is a blend of camellia oil and sea buckthorn, which is where that kind of beautiful golden color comes from. I'm just mixing them together and then just going to apply this. It's pretty rich. It's really nourishing. It's great for nighttime. Not necessarily something I would do during the day, although in the winter I would, because it's just so dry. But this is just kind of like giving me that really luscious, rich layer that my skin really does crave. I don't know why my skin wants so much nourishment. For not being super duper classically dry, my skin is not, but it really craves moisture. And you know what? I'm kind of like, I have in the past, I've been like, why does my skin like want like this kind of contradictory thing, right? Because I have combination skin, so why do I want so many rich layers? And I'm not going to question what my skin wants. You know what I mean? I've experimented. I've done lots of trial and error. And this is just what makes my skin feel good. And this is what allows me to kind of follow my skin bliss. And that's a part of deeper skincare or self-care too. You know, it's just like really knowing what feels good, really knowing what you like and what fills you up. And for my skin, this is just what works, and it's interesting, but at the end of the day, I just do what feels good. And just topping it off with one of my favorite moisturizers, the Illiyoon Ceramide Cream. This is awesome. This is really great for tonight too, because it was it was actually a pretty beautiful day. It wasn't too hot, but it was still nice and warm and breezy and comfortable and not too humid. But the night times are starting to get a little bit cooler. Like, it's so sad. Because I feel like, you know, I feel like summer is just like fading away, and it's always just kind of like that sad moment for me, because I do enjoy fall a lot. I think it's a great season. I don't enjoy winter. And so when summer slips away, I just feel like winter is creeping in. Do you know what I mean? But all that being said, I think winter is such a good opportunity in like the cooler months. It's such a good opportunity to kind of indulge a little bit more in self-care, indulge a little bit more in slowing down. I mean, those are really the months to do it, right? The holidays can be a little bit hectic, but the winter time, that's like kind of the time where you kind of hibernate a little bit, and it's good to honor the seasons. And so as much as I don't like cold weather and what it can do to my skin, I am kind of looking forward to being able to take that opportunity to do a little bit of hibernation, do a little bit of slow down time, a little bit of hygge time, right? Just kind of like the art of relaxation and chilling and being at home. So many of us have learned in the last 2 years, right? But yeah, you honor what every season brings you. So summer has been wonderful. I'm sad to see it go, but you know, we're going into a new season now. It's going to bring new opportunities and a new vibe and a new outlook. All right, and that's the skincare routine. You know, I don't want to do any extra products. I did a few extra steps. I didn't do like overwhelming my skin. I did a few extra ones, and I really slowed down with the mask and everything. Maybe I could do a sleeping mask, but I'll tell you, I don't want to put another layer on top of my skin just to do another step, just to be extra. At the end of the day, this pampering routine, yes, it's definitely about maybe doing more steps, but it's really about slowing down and paying attention and tuning into your skin. And I'm tuning into my skin right now, and it feels so good. It feels really plump. It feels hydrated. It feels pampered. You know, it feels special. Special. But anything extra I think would be too much. So I'm not going to put any more products on, but I am going to do one more thing to really kind of top off the relaxation, and that is a facial roller. Recently I started to use these more for like just true facial massage or like lymphatic drainage even, and not only have I noticed that it was helpful for some puffiness in my face. I think I got a little puffy from allergies and sinus problems, which I'm just always struggling with. I think it was helpful for that, really just kind of helping my sinuses clear a little bit, but it just feels so darn good. And like I was saying with the Charlotte Tilbury mask, I do carry a lot of tension in my eyebrows and especially on my temples. So that's actually where I like to start, is at the top of my forehead. And I'm going to use kind of the smaller side right now. So I just kind of go up. I actually learned this technique from a book called The Japanese Skincare Revolution. You can see where I rolled on my face. It turns a little bit red. I'm not even pressing that hard, but my face is so sensitive. And then I'm going to go for the bigger part, and I'm just going to roll kind of outwards from the center down to the temples. So this book, The Japanese Skincare Revolution, I read this many, many years ago. I still have it. And there's so many good little like tips in there. I'm not usually a big fan of skincare books per se, but there's actually some really nice tips in there. And one of them is how to do this type of massage. So the technique here is really kind of like working your way out and then kind of moving everything down. That's what's going to give you the best like lymphatic drainage. And I've actually noticed like a mild positive benefit when my sinuses are congested. They're actually not bad today because I've been riding high on Zyrtec. Which has been really, really helpful for me. But especially when my sinuses get like really, really, you know, puffy and full, this actually does seem to like relieve some of the pressure. And then the area where I find the most benefit is my jawline. And I always have like a few little like muscle knots in there too. So sometimes I spend a long time just working out those muscles, but I'm not too bad today. Okay, I'm gonna go under my jaw now. I'm gonna use the little roller. I'm gonna start from the center and go kind of towards my ear. I can kind of feel this a little bit like in my ear, like a little sensation too. Okay, and then you're gonna go from like right behind your ear, just straight down. And then on your collarbone, you're just gonna kind of like move out from the center outwards, kind of towards your armpit. Okay, now here's the fun part. You're just gonna like press into your armpits. Supposedly this is what releases the drainage. You're just gonna kind of like superstar Mary Catherine, what's her name, a little bit, and just kind of like press into like your lymph nodes a little bit, and that's supposed to release it. I don't know about this part, but I do it anyways. But the massage part makes my muscles feel like my face right now just feels so relaxed. That's probably good. So thank you for slowing down a little bit with me tonight. You know, it took me a minute to shake off the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it really can sometimes. If you can give yourself a little bit of time and a little bit of permission, you know what I mean, to slow down, doing something like this with your skincare products almost forces you to do it. Your skincare products can be a gateway into that deeper self-care. And I don't think it should be the only way that you take care of yourself, but it can be a way for you to go deeper. And yeah, I just felt really inspired to do a little bit more mindful skincare tonight. And I had to set the mood, you know what I mean? I had to set the mood with the candle, with these luxurious pajamas I feel amazing in right now and so comfortable. So thank you again to Lilysilk for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check out any of their products, I highly recommend especially the pillowcases. Feel so good on your skin when you're sleeping. And I also got this health set, which included the cocoons that we used today, as well as the silk face mask, which you know I am obsessed with silk face masks. They are so breathable, they feel so comfortable, and you know wearing a face mask is not really all that comfortable. And I got another eye mask from Lilysilk. I have one from them already that I use all the time, but it's nice to have another one in rotation for laundry days. All right, I think this is time for me to sign off. You know, I am going to spend the rest of my night luxuriating in my PJs, but I'm gonna watch some old silent movies, which have been like making me super happy lately. I absolutely love them. So that's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. And I'm kind of curious to know, like, what's your like deeper self-care practice? Let me know in the comment box below, because I'm definitely looking for some inspiration. And I'm also curious, do you want to see some more like deeper self-care and also sometimes skincare, but more self-care type of videos from me? I'm curious to know. Like I said, I'm kind of going on this journey, and I'd be happy to bring you along if you're interested. So let me know in the comments. All right, I hope you guys are healthy, happy, and safe, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.